What do you think the meaning of life is, and how is your meaning applied to your daily life?
I think everybody has a different meaning of life. I don't know, I think it's kind of something that you have to decide for yourself, but I think personally, I guess it would just be doing things that make me happy. So, how I would implement that in my daily life would just be like, I don't know, I'm a person who likes routine, so just having a routine and filling my day with things that I enjoy doing, so I feel like I'm living my life to the fullest and not wasting any time.
What has life been like during a pandemic? What has changed from before and after with your routine?
Life during the pandemic, especially in the beginning, was really scary because I think watching the news and just watching TV and seeing like basically all that was on the TV was about people dying, and that was really scary. So I think I had to stop watching those things in order to still live my life because I don't know, like I'm in nursing school, so I kind of had to not think about all the people that were dying and just kind of suck it up and do what I am in school to do. And I think for a second I definitely questioned that, but I think in the end I just wanted to help everybody. So I think it was definitely very scary in the beginning. It's hard to see just like so many people dying, and especially in like New York City it was a lot. But and how my daily routine has changed, I mean, I think everything's different for everybody. Like school was all online, work was all online, I wasn't seeing my family as much, which is very weird for me. I don't know, like my daily activities that I just like to do, like going out, eating food, going shopping, spending time with my friends, my family, that was all taken away. So I think that was hard, but mostly it was just scary to see all the people dying.
What is your idea about transhumanism?
I think transhumanism is definitely possible, but I think there are boundaries in technology and boundaries in humans that it would be difficult for technology to develop enough to meet all the criteria of being human, like having a soul or free will or a conscience or anything like that. Like, I guess you could pre-program technology to think that way, but it wouldn't be as individualized as humans. And I saw an ad recently for like a Google Assistant, and this like robot technology makes hair appointments for you and doctor's appointments for you, and it's able to have a real conversation with somebody on the other line, which I thought was crazy. But so I guess it's more possible than you'd think, but I don't know, I think that humans are so individualized and unique that I think it would be hard for technology to replicate that.
What do you think the meaning of life is, and how is your meaning applied to your daily life?
I think the meaning of life is to leave the world in a better place than you got here. I try to do that with my family, with my friends. I volunteer. Some of the things, coach Special Olympics, miss that now during COVID, but basically leave the world in a better place.
What has life been like during a pandemic? What has changed from before and after with your routine?
So during the pandemic, a lot of things have changed. Been working from home for almost a year and a half now. There's pros and cons with that. Got to work next to my younger son, listening to some of his calls, whether it's at work or at college, and just beyond impressed the way he's been dealing with this. I have another son in New York City. It was incredibly nerve-wracking, especially in the beginning of the pandemic. He was having trouble getting food, and we actually had to drive it up there from Connecticut. And I can remember being very worried for his health as no one was on the streets. He ran to the car to get the food out of the trunk, and coming home and not wanting to tell my wife about my nervousness about our son. Also, my wife has health issues because of a kidney transplant, so she's been in the house, and mentally this has done a horrible job with her mental state, to be quite frank. But there's pros and cons. Like I said, listening to Justin on the phone every day, that's what really got me through this.
What is your idea about transhumanism?
That's an interesting question. I see a lot of that in my daily life and my job, right? I'm in IT security, and a lot of automation. People are trying a lot of different automation. The bad actors are trying automation, but right now it really depends on the human behind the automation and the artificial intelligence and the programmers and the humans behind that. And there's a long way to go before we're even close to that happening, if we ever get there. Right now I can even see it in my daily job, almost daily, depending on who did this technology or who coded this. You know, some work pretty good, some don't work well at all, and a lot of it has to do with the people or teams that worked on it.